Hello everyone, my name is Roya and today I will be telling you all about the books that I acquired in the month of November. So I got 2 books from a publisher and then I got a whopping 9 books from a thrift store, so let's just get started. First, I got 2 books sent to me by Clean Teen Publishing. Thank you so much, Clean Teen, for sending these my way. The Vikings Chosen and Canary Club. The Vikings Chosen is about some Vikings and an English princess and stuff. It's a historical fiction slash historical fantasy, I guess, kind of. I'm not completely sure. But I was really looking forward to this book, and actually, funny story about this one, I happened to be browsing Clean Teen's website and just happened to see that this seemed like a good book and it was coming out soon. And then, I checked my email just a little bit later, and they had actually already emailed me asking me to review this book. So I thought that was so weird, and so obviously fate wants me to read this book. So this will be my very next read once I finish the book that I'm on. And Canary Club is about, it takes place in the 1920s, and it's about a boy who is like a criminal and was in and out of jail or something, and this girl who is the daughter of like a gangster or something, so she's very well to do. And so also what's also really funny is that both of these books have 2 worlds collide at the beginning of their summaries, so I find that really funny. That was pointed out to me by a friend. I hadn't even noticed that, but it's really, really weird. On to the books that I got from a thrift store. First up, we have Dark Castle White Horse by Tanith Lee. I've only read 1 book by Tanith Lee, but I loved it, so that was The Black Unicorn, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking out more of her stuff. Then I have, what is it called? Well of Darkness by Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, and I don't know what this is about, but it's a fantasy book, so hooray! Shards of a Broken Crown. This is the 4th and final book in the Serpent War saga, of which I own the first 2 books, but I have not read them yet. But this is the 4th and final book, I believe, and so there are 4 books, and the only one I don't own is the 3rd one, but this is a series that I'm hoping to get read in the coming year. Redwall by Brian Jacques, and this is, this is a series that I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with. It's been around for quite a while. I have not read it, so when I saw this for super cheap, I was like, hey, why not? I should read this book. Pendragon by Catherine Christian, and this is an Arthurian retelling of some sort. Kushiel's Dart by Jacqueline Carey. This is also a book that I've been hearing a lot of things about. It's been around for a good while. It's a whole series, but I have never read it, and so when I saw it for really cheap, I thought, hey, sounds like a good idea to read this. I don't know. Witches of East End by Melissa De La Cruz. I have read 1 book by Melissa De La Cruz, but I really liked it, and I also really like witches, so this seems like a good book. Veil of Roses by Laura Fitzgerald, and this is a story about an Iranian girl who gets sent to the United States and has to make life work in the United States. So this book, it struck me as really, really interesting, despite not appearing to be an Own Voices book or anything. It is, however, blurbed by an Iranian author on the back of this, so I assume that the Persian rep in this is not too bad, and obviously being half Persian myself, I can probably tell. But yeah, so I figured even though this is not an Own Voices book, and I tend to gravitate more towards Own Voices books, it is about an Iranian main character, and so that always gets me wanting to read a book if it's about an Iranian main character, so that is really awesome. And finally, Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This is a book that I've never read, and I've heard both really, really good things and really, really bad things about this series, and it just never really occurred to me to read it until I saw this super cheap copy. So I may be reading this pretty soon. These are the books that I got in the month of November. Let me know if you've read any of these, what your thoughts are, and let me know which ones you think I should start with. I mean, obviously I'm starting with the 2 that I got for review up here on top, but besides that, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye! Wah!